Hey, good people. I am Love's Passion coming to you live here on Twitch and simulcast on Facebook and YouTube. If you're new to the channel and you don't know what's going on, well, I'm Love's Passion. I am your local and in-house clinical certified sexologist. I specialize in women with low sexual arousal. Tonight we have a very, very interesting show that's going to come to you today. We are talking about boundaries. If you have them, if you don't know how to set them, we're going to talk about all of that because we all struggle with having boundaries, establishing them, and keeping them in place and up to date. We're going to talk about it. Now, I want you to, So we stream here every Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for Love's Passion Talk on Wednesdays. And Sunday is Love's Passion Chat, where we just have open dialect on any topic that hit our minds. You don't want to miss that show either. If you've never been here before, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Also, remember to share, because sharing is caring. Please feel free to interact with us. Talk to us in the chat. We talk to everyone. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, or if you have things that you want to input, just put it in the chat. We'll make sure that it's addressed. All right, so without any further ado, I'm going to start bringing up our Love's Passion crew. You know her. You love her. She is our in-house empath, Miss Deb. She is an amazing manager here of a event center, a very, very exclusive event center here in Texas. And she is an entrepreneur. She has her hand in a little bit of everything. Miss Deb, how you doing? How you doing?
Hey, everybody.
Got them nails. I see the daily nails. I see the weekly nails. I got to see the nails. Yes.
I got an appointment next week.
Yep. Giving life.
Getting ready for this gala.
All right. Oh, yes. So, wait. You tell them about the gala.
Oh, well, Mr. Ty is affiliated with the Dallas Elite Mustangs, which is the women's football team here in the area. And they are doing a gala at the space where I manage, 1010 Collins in Arlington. And there's a theme. They're going to be donating some money from the proceeds to a women's charity for women's trafficking. And they're going to do their jersey reveal and a lot of great things going on that night. Some food and drinks and, just a good time. And I'm excited, to be doing this with Ty. So hopefully he'll come on sometime tonight. We can talk about it a little bit more. But
yes, and we're going to talk about it because we're going to be stepping with the big dogs that night. So the Love Passion crew is gonna almost be complete. That night. I got some stuff going on, but I'm gonna do my dangest to make it there because this we can't miss. Yep, I'm gonna try to come.
Okay. So, that makes me happy.
You mad at me if I leave an hour later and said I was gonna kind of try to come. So I'm gonna buy my ticket because I believe in supporting my people.
We love that about you. So yeah, my calendar's pretty booked for the rest of the year. We got a little bit of a break. And so I got a lot coming up. Goodness gracious. Pray for me, y'all.
Yeah. But we can play tit for tat on that one.
I know that's right. Lord.
But look, if we wasn't busy, right. If we wasn't busy.
And I don't mind. Something.
The devil's playboy.
Yeah.
But if we wasn't busy, we wasn't earning. That's
right.
What I'm
why we need them coins.
That's right. That's right. We real people having real lives.
Oh, hell mercy, yes.
Yes, to talk to people. Now, without any further ado, we have one more co-host that's on for right now. The others, I'm pretty sure they'll jump in later, but you know him, you love him, Mr. Silky Soul Chocolate Milk Dud, with all the tunes that make the girl swoon, the smile that beats 1,000 hearts, Mr. Ovon Morgan.
Wow!
Yeah, I like that. I like that right there, man.
Feeling your step.
Oh, flattery gets you everywhere.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's the truth. It's the truth. Now, what's going on with you, Mr. Ovon?
Oh shit, just working, just cooling. I got some new material. I've been working on some new material. I'm getting this second album together. I'm finishing up this film that I'm in. I'm the lead character. It's called Unforgiven. We got a few more scenes to shoot, so it's gonna be clutch. I'm gonna be dropping an album and the movie at the same time this year. So 2022 is looking real promising, as far as, what we got going on and what I have going on and, everything that we doing. I feel like just us coming together, by the end of the year, I feel like our name's going to be ringing, you know what I'm saying, here real soon, So I'm very excited about everything. Yeah, for real. To claim that. Nah, for real.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes,
I love doing this with y'all.
Yeah. Me too.
Set the DFW on fire.
Yeah.
And just bust out. They're gonna be like, where they come from? We've been
Where they come from? We've been here. Yeah, where you been?
Instead of winning the race.
That's right.
Kimmy called me. She was like, y'all doing the show? Cause I'm kind of having withdrawals.
Right.
Doing the show.
Yeah.
Right. Right. We have a obligation to do the show now. It's no longer we just do it for fun and we have an obligation because there are people that are calling, it's a good thing that they're like, hey, where you at? Wow, I missed the show. What's up? All right. Hold up. Put that down. I got to do my introduction. So we have an amazing young lady that can't never get this to work on StreamYard. So she gonna call in about video chat. And we gonna introduce her right because we're not gonna do her wrong just because, the computer's wrong. The devil is working, but we gonna work it out. So the devil is a lie. We got with no other further ado, Miss PB&J herself. She's a poet. She's a mom, a grandma. She's an upcoming author. So hey, you know her, you love her. That's the Miss Beautiful Peanut Butter and Jelly Time. Hey, people. See, we got you. Look, the devil ain't gonna be messing up our stuff. They ain't gonna be messing up our stuff. What you been up to?
Just been working on the book. I got a deadline that I set for myself to get the book done. I'm actually working on 3 at one time.
Okay.
I'm in the manic phase, so I'll be working on 3 at one time. You see, I got carpal tunnel.
Oh wow!
But I can't.
Yeah, I remember you supposed to be my massage. Okay, so we don't have to fix this because we're looking for dead tips all night.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to hold her right here, child. I was not ready, but we missed you, so we gotta do what we gotta do.
Yeah,
you got a phone holder?
I love it.
You got a phone holder?
No, not in here, not like that.
Tell her to video call me. She call you on what? FaceTime?
Okay. Call Love.
Cause I'm ready.
Love on video chat.
Oh, okay.
She's got a thing.
Okay.
Love you. Bye. See you in a minute.
Bye.
Love you. Bye. See you in a minute.
All righty.
So while we wait for her to call me to get in, and make sure I take my break.
Sorry, y'all. We gotta do what we gotta do.
Technical difficulty. This is Twitch. This is what we do. Twitch, and you gotta find a workaround.
Real people doing real things, making real mistakes, learning real life lessons.
There we go. All right. Oh, she calling on the wrong number. Well, hello, beautiful.
Hi.
Hold down.
What are we doing?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Perfection.
That works.
We get to see everything. Now, we see you, we hear you. The devil is a lie. We got
okay.
Y'all heard her? Let me turn her up because I need her to be out of 100. There we go. All right. So tonight's topic is boundaries. Now, we started talking about this topic, and I was like, y'all need to chill because this is our show. And then y'all was trying to go on, and it was like 12 o'clock, and I was like, we got to get off the phone because y'all was like, I was like, no, so go.
Yes.
I ain't gonna do y'all like that. So, boundaries. In our lives, we set boundaries with our kids, our family, our mates, heck, ourselves, our dog. And sometimes we fail to keep them, or we fail to enforce them. We'll set those boundaries and they don't get enforced, and we end up in situations. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yes.
These situations that leave you boundaryless and boundless and asking yourself, why do I keep doing this same old thing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, tonight we're going to look into it because I set boundaries for stuff and people and stuff, and, be like, I ain't going to give no more money away to that man on the corner because, you got to really look at him. He wearing some Aston Martins, and, he told me he needs 70 cents. Hold up. So, yeah, I'm not going to freely give my money away, but I see a homeless person, I be, here you go. And then I'm like, dang, why I do that? I could say that for somebody who really, really, truly needs it. You know, that's my story.
But if the heart is
But-
pure, it don't matter what they do.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing is, anytime a person that alters their boundaries opens their self up to be taken advantage of.
Yes.
These are my thoughts. What do you think?
That is a living truth for me. That is a living truth.
How so?
First of all, you asked, you know, why would you push your boundary? Most people set boundaries and don't push through with it because they're afraid of hurting someone's feelings. It may be a family member or your spouse, whatever, and you're worried about how they feel, and at the same moment forgetting about yourself, right? So when you set up, like one of the boundaries is, I can't just have a person just drop by my house. You have to call before you come, right?
Right.
That's a boundary. So when people show up in my house without calling me, I'm not going to open the door.
But have you opened that door without thinking?
I have before, and I shouldn't have.
And yes.
I should have listened. Cause
Or even if, I mean, because like the thing is, we forget our boundaries. It's like, oh, okay, well, it happened this time, will happen again. And then it continues to where it did, you know, it happened again. And now look where we at. You know, what we doing.
And I'm going to use me and my mom. I love my mother. But I had to set some boundaries with her. And when I started setting the boundaries or going, like, because with her, you gotta ease her into it. So when I started setting my boundaries, I started seeing her attitude. I started hearing the snappiness in her voice. And then she has the ability to, you know, throw a little guilt trip on you, which made me pull back and like, oh, I'm gonna wait before I do this. But at the same time, I did that, I was hurting myself.
Right.
So now I set those boundaries in place, and I do it for my peace of mind, my sanity, right?
Right.
And I still get the attitude. I still get the, well, if you don't want to talk to me, you should just say that. You know, I still get that, and I say, yes, ma'am. I keep it respectful when we get off the phone. I'm like, I did my part.
Right.
Because you are already set in your ways, you're not going to change them, and I know that. And that's why it was easier for me to go ahead and set that boundaries, because I kept seeing that pattern. I was like, this is never going to change. I got to put this boundary here, and I got to stick to it.
Right.
It takes a lot of determination to make a boundary stick, because it's not easy, especially with family.
Right. And especially with mothers, because a lot of relationships have trouble with their in-laws. You know, mother-in-law, father-in-law, and their
siblings.
Yeah.
Leaving cleave.
They're remembering that, they're forgetting that you are now a package deal. You know, you got to respect that woman's house or that man's house. And they're used to, okay, I'm coming in and I'm going to stay forever. You know, your time is my time. I'm going to monopolize on all of it. You know, they don't realize until...
I just saw a video concerning it, and the man said these words. He said, I'm not marrying her mother or my mother. I'm marrying her. We wake up together. We don't wake up with everybody in our house, in our bed.
Yeah, right.
So yes, I'm going to do what's necessary to protect her. I'm going to do what's necessary. You know, he set them boundaries up. And not every husband can do that.
Right.
And I'm mentioned for that.
This is but at the end, well, I say my thoughts on it is, it's that person whose family it is responsibility to set those boundaries. You know, it's your mother, you set those boundaries. Like, hey, you know, coming here disrespecting my wife and running over, cooking dinner after she don't cook dinner, or washing clothes after she don't wash clothes, telling her she ain't did it right. You know, that is your responsibility. Now, I'm speaking as a mother-in-law, and I try to stay in my lane because I understand the concept of, you know, a new relationship, trying to come together to be one, and having to break those parental ties and become one with your mate, where you're not a child, or to your parent, you are now that my son, a man of the household. So I tried to stay in my lane, but it takes learning to teach your kids that concept of, this is how you put me in my place. This is how I deal with your grandmother or grandfather or great Amy. Let me show you. Because it isn't really anything you can sit there and tell them, hey, when I get out of line, you do this to me. It's more so boundary setting as a visual. Do as you see me do. But we have to be on point when in doing that, and be prepared to receive it. But besides relationship boundaries, what about children and boundaries?
Oh. I ain't done one on her kids.
I know. She just not talking yet. I guess you is today, because she not gonna say nothing. But
I only have one child, and of course I established boundaries, and she didn't really give me a hard time. So
wait a minute, but do you think if she was the fifth child, do you think that she would have more boundaries than she does, or you inflicted for her?
Is she the first or the fifth?
Are you the only child?
No, I have 4 sisters.
4 sisters. So were your parents more strict with 4? Are you the oldest?
I'm the middle.
Okay. So
my sister situation is a little different. I was raised with 2 of my sisters, so there was 3 of us, and then my dad had 2 other girls. So,
are you the youngest of the 2?
I'm the middle. I'm the middle.
Are you the youngest of the 2 that you were raised with? So you were the baby. So you all understand this concept, because I got 4 sisters on my mama's side that I was raised with, and everybody says you were softer on that next child. You didn't treat that child like you treated me. I could never get away with what that child got away with. Yeah. So I see you smiling. I know you heard this. But it's boundaries. The boundaries that you set on your first child will be, because you're making it up as you go along.
Right. Yeah. Well, they actually say the second child gets neglected a little bit, because the first one you worry about, you coddle over, you give them everything, and by the time that second one comes, you like, oh hell, just we know what we doing now, child.
Oh my gosh,
that's right. I'm gonna put it to you like this. That's if that second child was the baby only for a moment. You understand what I'm saying? But if that second child was the baby for 15 years, yeah, there's difference. Because when that other one come along 15 years later, it's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, okay. Now, I can actually relate to this. Okay, so my parents were married, right? My parents had Kimmy and me. So I was my daddy's baby for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Then he gets this other lady pregnant and has 2 other girls with her. So there's 2 sets of us. So I am the baby in my daddy's set. But in my mama's household, I was the middle child.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, but to be honest with you, I think they got a better version of my daddy.
Yeah.
Because
you
he's older.
Yeah, that's right.
So I think the rules or the boundaries do change, as time.
Right, because
it has to. It has to, because just like we all different, each kid is different. They got part of you and part of their dad. Like my kids are 25, 22, 21, and 20. So you see how that is? So with each kid, the boundaries got a little bit looser and looser and looser because when we got to the baby, it was like, God dang, I'm tired. I don't want to do this.
Just let
no
him
more.
go
Like,
and put his hand in that socket. He'll learn.
Okay, he'll be all right.
Right.
But here's the deal. What we have to, when you're dealing with multiple kids, you watch the first one, you know, and see, okay, I made that mistake. I'm not going to do that anymore. So that's another thing. When you learn that first kid, you know what to do with the second kid, and it gets a little easier and a little easier. So you're able to loosen up those boundaries per child. And I'm only speaking from experience. So when my baby boy came along, and you know, these other three are getting in trouble, he's looking at them like, it's not going to be me. I'm not doing that. You know? So it becomes like my second son, I didn't have to potty train him because his oldest brother would take him to the, you see what I'm saying? So the boundaries, they tend to loosen a little bit as you have more children or as they get older too.
Yes. So, and even in the same sense of children and boundaries, and that, I mean, the same scenario happens with any type of boundary we set with dogs, with relationships. You like, okay, don't you cross this line. Don't cross this line. Okay, fine, he crossed that line. It'll be all right. Don't cross this line. Don't cross.
There's consequences if you cross this line.
Right, but then you learn that, okay, maybe it ain't gonna be that bad.
Especially
you
with
know?
children.
Right.
So here's a question. Why do people set boundaries?
Anybody want to answer it?
Because some people dog the game, and if you don't, they'll run all over your ass. That's what I think.
Thanks, Deborah. That was a peanut butter answer right there.
Well, I'll say that a lot of people don't set boundaries, and they just go with the flow because
I agree.
They don't know about setting boundaries. It's something that's taught over time. You either learn it over time or you're taught it from your parents in relationship, you know, talks and things of this sort. Don't let him run over you like that, baby. You know, son, don't give every girl your dollars. You know, don't be sweet to every girl you meet. That whole song, you know.
Right. To be honest, when you brought up the topic about boundaries, I thought, for me personally, that's been one of my biggest struggles because I did not have many. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have enough, you know. So it, you know, I wasn't taught about boundaries. I was never taught about setting boundaries, you know, or requirements for people. And, you know, it's just something that I had to learn on my, you know, over time, you know, about what they were, what it meant, you know, you don't, I let too many people get away with too many things. Now that I've set boundaries for myself, I'm acting funny. You understand what I'm saying? So,
right.
So when you don't have boundaries and then you start to set boundaries for people, then they don't know what to do with you anymore.
Right. Now you acting brand new.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
you think done.
Right.
Yeah.
She got a couple dollars, brother. Now she out. Oh, she got a man. She acting all different. Yeah, you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different ballgame.
Okay, I don't mind doing business treating you guys. I have PTSD from military sexual trauma, so I had to take a MST class, and they started talking about boundaries, right? Now, when people first said boundaries, I just said, oh, this is something I'm not going to do. That's my boundary. But she gave us a piece of paper, and she said, write down 10 people that you talk to on a weekly basis. She said, now take those 10 people and write how much you trust each one. And so I'm writing and I'm all excited, and one of them at the time was my boyfriend. I put like 20%, and I kept, you know, I didn't even realize I did it with, you know, until I looked back over and she said, now look at your list. The person you trust the least is the person that's closest to you. And I looked at the list and I was like, oh crap, this is a dude that I sleep with. And I was just looking at shocked. She said, this is how you set up your boundaries. And y'all check this out. And when I put it in the group, She gave us a Bill of Rights. You have a right to say no. You have a right to feel how you want to feel. You have a right to cry. You have a right to be sad. Who is anyone to tell you you don't have that right? And that's how I start setting up my boundaries. Because I do have a right to tell you, no, these are not my kids. I don't have to keep your kids. I don't have to go pick up your kids. I'm just walking in the door from whatever, and I'm tired. No, I don't want to go get your kids.
Mm-hmm.
I can set up that boundary comfortably. I wasn't setting that boundary because I was uncomfortable with it because I didn't understand it.
Yes. Now look, Lafayette Boulevardes says to protect yourself. Now I'm gonna be full transparent. This is my niece, and it is her birthday. Well, yesterday. Her birthday.
Happy birthday! Happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday, 30. Happy 30. I believe it's 30. Turn up.
Birthday.
But she hit
30.
it right on the nail. You said boundaries to protect yourself, your relationship, your life, to
Your
protect
mind. Your mind.
peace of
Your
mind.
mental health.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, she hit that. She couldn't have hit that no harder. That kind of slammed it into the wood. Now look here. We got a problem because Mr. Ovan been real quiet, and we is 30 minutes into his say. I know he got some boundaries.
He got his counterpoint, so he feel a little lonely down there.
We ain't gonna attack you.
No, I was letting y'all have y'all word. You know what I'm saying? I feel like with me, I feel like strong boundaries come with self-worth.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? Because I noticed the more that I had self-worth, the more self-worth that I had, the more I started to set stronger boundaries. You see what I'm saying? And especially I'm gonna say the beginning of this year. Like this year, 2022, my boundaries are the strongest that they've ever been because my self-worth is better than it's ever been in my entire life. You see what I'm saying? To where I'm at the point where everybody got boundaries now. Mama got boundaries, brother got boundaries, sister got boundaries, daughters got boundaries, co-workers got boundaries. It's like ain't nobody exempt from having
anybody
boundaries.
can get cut off if you don't act right.
You feel what I'm saying? And that's the energy that I'm in, and it's empowering. And some people are offended by it. Some people are offended. They feel disrespected, or they feel like, oh, now you, like y'all said, oh, now he acting funny. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Nah, my boundaries are just strong because it's just as strong as my self-worth to say, you're not finna handle me a certain way. You're not finna just call me, because my main thing about the boundaries now is because I'm a successful person and I make some good money, people always be asking me for money. Like all the time. And I'm gonna tell y'all the weirdest shit ever. This girl that I haven't talked to in like maybe 3.5, 4 years, this girl sent me a Cash App request for $10 for food.
Oh, that was a scam.
And no, this was, I really know her, but I haven't talked to her. You see what I'm saying? So when I seen the Cash App request pop up, I'm just like, bitch, I ain't talked to you in damn near 5 years, and you gonna send me a Cash App request? But it was a little, with the way my mind set up, it was a little funky ass $10. And I swear, I have to, like I said, me being a light worker, I have to balance myself between my light and my dark side. Because my dark side was like, this bitch you ain't talk to this hoe, fuck that hoe, I don't get that bitch could starve. You see what I'm saying? Like, for all I care, you know what I'm saying? And that's that strong boundary self-worth shit. But then my light side was like, man, so I was like, man, she put in her for food. The girl was probably hungry. She probably didn't have nobody else she could ask. You You know what I'm saying, for the money. So I went ahead and sent it. It's like it wasn't nothing but $10. You know what I'm saying? And right now she didn't call me. At least I was, she could have been like, oh well, hey, how you doing? Call and check up on me or nothing. She sent a little heart as a reply, and that was it. And I was like, well, people ain't shit these days. That's why my boundary's strong. Now, if she would have sent the request for like $50 or something like that, I would have been like, hell no, you got me all the way fucked up in 2022. You understand me?
Oh,
For real. But and it's crazy because I've had some experiences just this past week. I posted the video from the show. You know what I'm saying? And I had one of my exes I haven't talked to her in 2 months. You know what I'm saying? And she hopped in my comments, was like, oh, you look good and you sound good and blah, blah, blah. And I said, thank you. I appreciate it. Peace. You know what I'm saying? Keep your distance. My boundaries are strong right now.
Yeah.
So she called me. So when she called me, I had to let her know. I was like, hey man, look, I ain't talked to you since January. And when I talked to you in January, you just stopped responding to me. And I don't like that shit. Like you can't just come in and out.
You can't pop in and out of my life when you're ready.
Fuck? Why do people
I had that
can do
conversation
that?
with somebody
Why
too.
do people think they can do that shit? Like bitch, I ain't talked to you. You ain't even give me no reason why you stopped talking to me. You just stopped responding to text, phone calls, and all that shit. Called and she sent me straight to voicemail, and I'm just like, okay. And then you come back like, come on,
yeah,
man.
I had a man call me, and he's married
so.
now, and I'm
See what I'm
like,
saying?
I said, look,
folks, boundaries.
married that woman. I wasn't good enough. I don't know what it was. I said, but don't call me because
these boundaries up right now.
Gonna...
Nah, it ain't that kind of party now in 2020.
Nope,
now, maybe I let you get away with that shit.
Like,
I let you get away with it back in the day. I let you get it away with it last year or a couple of years ago. But in the 2022, no, you ain't getting away with that shit. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't talked to you in who knows when. Beat it. That's why I say my boundaries is bodybuilder strong right now.
You went on 10,000.
Okay, I'm good now. I'm good. I got that out. That's why I've been quiet.
If you ain't coming real with it, don't call Yvonne, okay?
Thank you.
Look,
me neither, though.
What you said?
Just ask him for $10.
Yeah.
Tell him thank you.
But what's your cash app, though? You taking requests.
Right. Cash App Ovon Morgan. My name. OVONMORGAN. $$ Ovon Morgan. Yeah, Cash App. I might be hungry. I might want some coffee or something. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, send me some motherfucking money. Somebody. I get tired of sending money all the time.
I was right about, people running in and out of your life. I had to, when I set up those boundaries, actually, when I learned how to truly set them up and how to enforce them, I didn't realize how many people I really had running in and out of my freaking life. Like, I didn't even realize I was doing it. And when I realized that, I was like, hold on. 1 month I see him every day. Then 2 months I don't, what the hell? And then I started finding things out because my eyes were open then, right? So I started seeing, okay, he got another chick. Why the fuck am I talking to him?
Yeah, I mean, it's a revolving door. And I'm allowing you.
You start seeing something that's already there, but you didn't want to accept it. When you learn about how to truly set up boundaries, you start seeing the red flags. You're like, damn, they've been doing that all along. You didn't realize that was something that could hurt you mentally or physically.
Right.
Yeah, because we don't realize.
Boundaries is, all this shit will open up.
Because sometimes, because we don't realize how that affects us. It affects us when people just come in and out of our energy like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I'm just like if you're gonna come,
but that's what they do. Come suck the life out of you and leave.
Yeah. Thank you. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, because it's soon.
And if you allow them to, that's what they continue to do. My best friend that passed away, that's what he told me. I was in a relationship with somebody. Yeah. And he was like, you allow it. I wouldn't leave you either. You allow all these things to happen. But you have to look at it sometimes, like, for example, my childhood, right? I watched my mother get physically abused, and keep going back, and then I was sexually abused, so there were some things that I, inherited, so the first time someone hit me, I didn't leave. That boundary was not set. It was not taught, and it happened over and over and over again until
Right.
I, found the strength, to leave and do what was best for me. But there was definitely not a boundary taught or set in that instance. I learned from being sexually abused and being sexually abused over a long period of time. I learned to keep a secret, so,
Right.
and be a secret, so I would be the side piece, because I was used to being a secret. I mean, that's how twisted,
That's self-worth. Self-worth.
trauma, can be, because you don't know about that boundary. You don't love yourself. So you let people mistreat you. You
So
think
you
love
let
is supposed to hurt.
Yeah.
These are things that are built in you, so when I say there were no boundaries, I mean, I could tell stories about things that I allowed people to do. And when I realized that as fucked up as some people were in my life, that I was the biggest problem because I didn't have the boundary and I stayed there too long. That a lot of that is on me. Now what they did, but I chose to stay.
Because
not to stand up
what
for myself.
happens is
Everybody thinks I was triggered the last show we did about cheating, and I wasn't. I was triggered by the fear of setting a boundary with somebody,
Yes.
because a lot of times you don't, you're afraid to set that boundary because you're afraid you're going to lose somebody. But you know what I say? Fuck you. If I set my boundary right now today and you don't like it, miss me. And like Oban said, I don't care if you my mama, my daughter, my nephew, my sister, my daddy, my anybody. If you can't treat me with respect, if I don't give you money or I don't let you have your way, you can dismiss me. Stay down.
That's my daughter. That's what I'm talking. My own daughter. When she wanted something. She wanted something, and I didn't agree with it because her mom got the surgery to lose weight, and my daughter's 25 years old, and she's wanting to get the surgery like her mom, and I'm sitting here telling her, hey man, you're 25 years old, you can drop that weight off, you are not bound to going to get no surgery. And she was like, and the way she handled me was almost like, well, I want to get the surgery, what you got on it? And I was like, damn, she made me feel like I was some kind of trick. You see what I'm saying? And so what I did is, but that's a learned behavior from her mother. You see what I'm saying? And I explained to her, I said, look here, I'll make a deal with you. If you go to the gym and work that shit off yourself, I will pay for your trainer for a year. What do you think she did?
Worked out.
She wanted the quick way. So she stopped talking to me. My daughter didn't talk to me for 2 years because of that shit. Would not speak to me. She told everybody she'll never speak to me again. Real shit. My own daughter, man. And you know what I'm saying? That shit, and so.
I want to say something while we talking about boundaries, okay? Because I don't know what's wrong with people. And it's not just young people. It's just, there's a certain type of person where they constantly have their hands out. They'll sit in your house, eat your food, not pay no bills, not do anything. And then the moment you don't do something for them, they will act a damn fool and wash their hands of you.
Yeah, fact.
Hold on. Let me.
Dismiss me.
Wait, hold on.
Do not
I
care
just
no more.
want to say hey to Kimmy D13. Thank you for joining us. She said she's finally getting her fix. So yes, welcome. We back.
Who was that in the comments? Somebody just commented. Oh, that's Kimmy. Okay.
So I'm not gonna tonight.
I couldn't see y'all. You know what I'm
He just wanted to give y'all some 4-hour love. That's all.
Look, I'm in the Foster Grant Club.
Yeah.
I am in the Foster Grant Club. I'm sitting at my computer, so I need
But we
these when I'm on
already
my computer. I'll
established
be
we
like,
all in that same club.
Can I say something on what Deb said?
Sure.
Because Deb, you were saying that the first time somebody did, physically harmed you, you thought it was okay, right? That's how I felt about my mother. My mom, I grew up in a church, right? So the person that was violating me was telling everybody what he was doing. But not one time did my mother come and ask me. Not one time. She never asked me what's wrong when I was just crying for no reason, right? So time went on.
Didn't want to know.
I never told her whether it was true or not. I was 40 years old at the time, and I was between houses, so I was staying with my mother. My mother was in her room, y'all, and I have to tell this so y'all can understand why I had to set this boundary up. My mom says, Rachel, why do you not, she asked me why I don't talk to my stepbrother. I said, he's not my stepbrother. He's not my stepbrother. She said, well, are you still upset about all the rumors? I looked at my mom in her face, and I said, Mom, they weren't rumors. They were true.
right.
And it looked like my mom stopped breathing. And I wasn't trying to hurt her. I said these words. I said, Mom, she said, well, why didn't you tell me? I said, look me in my face and ask yourself, I want you to answer this to yourself. You don't have to answer me. Would you have believed me?
Yeah.
And my mother, she lost it. She cried. I said, Mom, listen, it's okay. I'm stronger. I'm wiser. I've learned a lot, right? I said, but when it comes to things like that or my business, I'm sorry, Mom, but I won't be able to tell you. I said, I love you. I'm going to always come check in on you. I'm going to always make sure you got what you need. But whatever goes on in my house and what goes on with me, I'm going to keep it to me. I said, because I've told you things that only a mother and a daughter should share, right? I'm not going to come tell y'all about my daughter's sex life. It's not y'all business, right?
Right.
But if I told my mom something that happened between me and my husband, the whole church knew by the time I got to church the next day. I cannot trust you. I can't trust you. So now it's an attitude. I've been living with her attitude for 15 years, and it's okay. I'm okay with that.
It's got to be.
When you set that boundary, like that, and you put it in place, and you feel that release or that relief, that you just go, keep that boundary in place. Because that's stress off of you.
But keep that boundary in place, because anybody that loves you and is for you, they're going to respect that.
They're going to respect it. They're going to respect it.
And anybody who doesn't, you can miss them.
And then, Deb, to bounce off of what you said, what you said earlier, a lot of times when our boundaries are overstepped, it is our fault, because ultimately, when we don't set those boundaries, we become enablers. We become an enabler. We enable, we empower those people to do that, because there was a situation even back in the days, my mom had to sit down with me and was like, hey, I know you love your girls, but you got to stop giving these girls everything that they want. Because I felt like that was what I had to do to be a good father, because they don't, it's the modern day society that, and their mom's views, their mother's views wasn't based on me spending time with them and talking to them. It was based on what I did for them. So I always felt like I had to do shit and buy them shit, you know what I'm saying? And then that's when they got older, that's what they expected from me.
Yeah, but that's why she's talking crazy now.
Right. And so when I did, I was just like, hey man, like y'all come spend time with me. So I would tell them, look, I ain't got the money to go shopping. I ain't got the money to go out to eat and go to the movies and shit. So if y'all not gonna just come and spend time with me, stay the fuck over there. Stay where you at. Y'all my kids, I love y'all. But if y'all can't just come spend time with me, and and I try to tell my daughter that about my grandson. I said, look, you got him groomed. You got him groomed to the point where every time he comes with me, he got to go to Chuck E. Cheese and he got to go to, you know what I'm saying, which I don't mind doing, but sometimes I don't be wanting to go nowhere. I just be wanting to chill around the house and just be in him, go to the park and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So, like I said, we have to set those boundaries to not to become an enabler, to enable people to handle us and treat us a certain way. Because it does, in return, that does become our fault.
You know what, Yvonne? You are so right. And I see that on a regular basis. So, like, we are so inept to give our children everything that we didn't have, but we're missing out on the fact that we're not teaching them how to just be in a relationship or be with someone without them having to give you something. The gift that they should be giving you is their time. We don't put a dollar value on our time, right? We don't put a dollar value on our time and value the relationship building to show this is how you build a relationship. It's not built on Facebook and how much stuff they can give you and where they can take you. No, it's the conversations you have that you should enjoy. Because these children now growing up, they're not going to have the big mama, conversations and the great grand, conversations.
Wait a minute, I'm a big mama. I have big mama conversations. I take 4-year-old, you people stand there kicking.
All right, little big mama. Ain't nobody playing with you. But look, I got a question.
Can I say this real quick? Because we're talking about boundaries, and some people are learning, right, the show tonight. So I'm gonna say this: when you get ready to set your boundaries, be prepared to lose some people. Be prepared. That's when you're gonna find out who's truly for you and who's against you.
Facts.
That is so true.
And know that it's gonna be okay.
Yes. Amen.
Because especially a lot of times, but I told my nephews one time, I said, "You come apologize later." Because you don't get it right now. You're at that point in life. You think you know everything. I can't tell you nothing, right?
Can't tell you shit.
But that will keep on living, and you'll understand what I'm trying to do for you. But until then,
right. Let me ask y'all a question. So we talking about boundaries, and we hitting a lot of important stuff. But when does a clear boundary turn into a wall?
When you try to defend it at all costs, when it overwhelms you, when you allow that particular boundary, because people can become tunnel vision. When your tunnel vision is protecting that boundary only. Well, if you don't protect the rest of them, the damn fence gonna fall the fuck down. That one boundary is not what is holding you in place. So when it starts to consume you and takes away from the rest of you, that's when you might need to rethink that boundary.
Yeah. Like when you ask that question, love, do you have a particular scenario in mind?
In dating,
I think going to what you said, I've been in a relationship recently to where when a person sets so many boundaries up, they become closed off. They build a wall around themselves and nobody could get in. You see what I'm saying? And I've been in my last relationship was something like this, to where this girl was the most closed off person that I ever met. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like, it was like trying to chip away, break down to the point where I was like, you know what? I can't, I'm finna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you. I'm tired. I done worked damn near a year. You know what I'm saying? I done tried to, console you. I done tried to uplift you. I done tried to take you to the mall. I done tried to help you with a business. And I did all of the things that I could. I exhausted my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? On this woman, to the point where I was like, I couldn't do nothing but throw my hands up and say, man, I got to give you to God, because only God can fix you, because you got some issues. And you all the way closed off. And it says, the Most High says, don't harden your heart for the things of this world. You see what I'm saying? And that's what can happen. You let people cross your boundaries so much to where you harden your heart and you close yourself off. Like Love said, you build a wall, and that wall becomes, like you said, you protection. What Kimmy D just say? Protection. And sometimes that's not a good thing.
That was
to put.
La
Who's
Cienega.
that?
La Cienega.
Okay, that's it. That protection. And see, you can't. Sometimes you gotta. If you see somebody's coming in there and trying to break those walls down, you might want to try to let somebody in that's genuinely trying to help you break those walls down instead of saying, nah, it's closed, sign closed.
So, Love, do you think there are boundaries that are unreasonable?
I can't find no man. I can't find no woman. I can't find no man. Well,
You too closed off.
Reevaluate your boundaries.
Say that again. Say that again.
That's why you
No, not you. Not you. Huh. Say that
me?
again. Yeah, you.
Oh, I said, do you think there are boundaries that are unreasonable? Do you think some of us set boundaries that are unreasonable?
It's like Ovon said, those boundaries that are unmovable, that are unflexible. It's no longer a boundary; it's a wall, because we build walls to protect things that are intended to harm us. But if you look at it like a building, so okay, I'm gonna build a wall around my heart so you don't break it. But inside my heart, I might let you into my heart, but I'm gonna build another wall so that you can't totally come into my heart. And every level has walls that you build walls that are unbreakable. That I'm never ever that at that point when it's a wall that is unbreakable, that is no longer a mechanism of boundary setting. It's more of a protection setting that
it's unhealthy.
You got to do some work to get that wall out within yourself.
Yeah, it becomes unhealthy.
How do you know, as the person that's setting up these triple layer walls, how do you know that's what you're doing?
Okay, so I might trigger some people. I'm going to talk about something. So women who are sexually molested are more prone to setting up defense mechanisms where they either don't have any defenses and they just be like, oh, well, I guess I deserve this. This is what I'm going to do. This is what's going to happen to me for the rest of my life. Then there are those that put up so many walls that they're like, no, I'm not going to let a man come to my house. He's not going to get in my car. I'm not going to meet him by myself. I'm not going to meet him in an open place. We can just talk on the phone. Mm-hmm. And that's the way this relationship going to go. And he ain't never going to ever get next to me because that one time when I talked to him, I met a man online. I was talking to him, and then, we went out, and then we went back to his place to Netflix and chill, and he raped me. But now you're setting up, you can set up those defense mechanisms without it being a wall. A wall is something, yes, you got to do some work on to pull down. Ain't nobody gonna be able to break through that wall. You're not gonna meet that man who gonna say you the best ever and be able to break that wall down. That wall will always be there unless you do the work. And that's when a boundary is no longer a wall. I mean, a wall is no longer a boundary because it's no longer used for the protection of hurt. It's the protection of any means necessary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had a situation. The girl basically was like, why can't the man just do what I say? It'll be so much easier type. And I'm just sitting here like that shit's unrealistic. You want a simp. You don't want a man. You want a simp. You want to do this because he's going to do everything that you tell him to do and don't question you, don't get upset with you or nothing. You live in a fantasy world. You are not in reality. You know what I'm saying?
But
because
you know
reality,
what, women who say that, they may think that's what they want because when they get that type of relationship,
they don't keep it.
It's like, well, you don't love me because you don't give me pushback. You don't because the thing is, what I find to be, true in this situation is that woman has become abrasive. in the relationship and she's used to getting her way because she is the masculine energy more
She's
so.
the master.
Maybe a little
It's
narcissistic
toxic.
and controlling.
To-
Well, no,
toxic,
she's
toxic
abusive because
masculinity.
that's what she was brought up in. Is abuse. You know, and
Yeah.
she don't know how
It's
to love
abuse. It's
outside of
controlling.
abuse. She's gonna
Thank
either
I done slacked a few men in my lifetime. I'm just being
well,
honest.
well, no, it ain't even just that. It's the verbal abuse and the
Yes.
mental
Yes.
things. And
Yes.
you better
Yes.
love me. And I myself find that it is the more not fairer skin, but the prettier girls because they're used to getting their way, and if they don't get their way, they're just like, do you know who you're talking to? You know,
Yes.
not understanding that their beauty is fading with their attitude.
I'm
Yeah.
not getting my way. I want my way, Lord.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was in my toxic energy, I treated pretty girls worse. Because they were so used to dudes kissing their ass and just them having their way with them. So when I get a pretty girl, I'll be like, man, whatever. And they love that shit. And I don't understand the psychology. You know what I'm saying? And I can't deal with it. That was back in the day, but now I can't deal with that shit to even, like, if I see that you like that, like, I can't do it. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna leave you alone. And that's when they usually come back. Because this one girl that keeps going back and forth, that's how she is. She's used to dudes worshiping her and falling at her feet, you know, and she just, as I'm rejecting her, it's like, that makes her want to come back again. She was like, I don't know why I keep circling back around. And she literally said that. I don't know why I keep circling back around to you. Because I keep rejecting you. That's why you keep circling back around.
Not used to that.
Because your fucking ego won't allow you to say, this dude really don't want me. You know what I'm saying? So that shit crazy. That's why I don't want to fuck
Look,
with
Give
that.
What if
me
one of your-
13 said it can be unbreakable, but you got some people who will pole vault right over to get at you. Now, I
I
think
read
she
that.
was
It made me giggle.
about the wall,
Yeah.
but what I want you to understand is about those walls that are unbreakable. Yeah, they can pole vault over it to get at you, but if you don't do the work to knock the wall down, you're gonna push them right back out.
Right.
So is.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So is. Yeah. That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Agreed.
That's what you eventually you gotta eventually just lead that person to their own demise. You know what I'm saying? To their own demise, just period. Because that's what I had to do. And I'm being honest and transparent to say I broke my own heart because I didn't even want to leave the girl. I knew that I had to. My spirit was telling me, oh, Vaughn, you can keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. You're not going to get anywhere. You ain't going to do nothing but break your own damn heart. So you might as well just go on and break your own heart and fucking leave right now because you're not going to get through to that woman. It's going to take some shit happening to her and her going through some more things for her to actually come around and realize. You see what I'm saying? Maybe after you see, you go through a couple of more simps later and then you say, damn, I had the one dude who was really there, who was really trying to encourage me and uplift me, and then that's when they try to come back. You know what I'm saying? And you know, after the end, if there's too much time, you know, past, like one of my exes from back in the past, we almost got married back from 2016. You know, she tries to come back around now, and it's like, I don't feel the same about you no more. Like the feelings are gone. It's like now all I can remember is how you verbally abused me, how you mistreat me, you know what I'm saying, how you made me feel like I wasn't shit. And she literally said that, the first woman in my life to tell me, you ain't shit. And I'm just like damn, like for real, like here I am, like giving my last, and that was the time that I was going to school for my bachelor's degree. So I was actively trying to better myself. You see what I'm saying? And for you, and it was already one of those things, I really wasn't tripping because she made more money than me, because that was the first time I had dated a woman who made more money than me. So because she made more money than me, she treated me like a fucking peon, man, to the point where I took that abuse, you know, and to the point where, you know, my mama used to say that shit all the time. She said, when your tide get tired, you gonna leave. You know, because that was, and I understand how some females feel to say you might be with a dude that's the breadwinner, but he's abusive to you verbally and shit like that. I've experienced that. I've experienced that as a man, to say I was with this woman and she just daddy downtrodden me. That she didn't build me up like a woman's supposed to build her man up. And I stayed with her to the point where she broke me down so much, to the point where I just was like, I couldn't do nothing but leave. I couldn't do nothing but step. My mama kept saying, you know, she kept telling me, baby, when you get tired, just step out on faith. And that's exactly what I did. It was like, as soon as I left her, a month later, I landed the job making 10 times what I was making. And then I finished school after that and making more money. And now I make way more money than she make now. And she trying to come back to me, and she in debt. And I know she in debt. She don't know that I know she in debt because
you put boundaries on the credit cards.
The bill collectors right now still calling me asking for her.
Oh wow!
After 2016, and it's 20.
God don't like ugly.
You talk this and you talk that and say, oh yeah, that's this, that, and the third, and I'm sitting here thinking to myself like, yeah, you not being authentic, because I know I ain't gonna bust you out and tell you that them creditors been calling me. You know what I'm saying? But I done got a couple of calls and they've been asking, and I'm sitting here like, shit, I ain't talked to this girl, and like I ain't dated her in 4 years. What y'all calling me for? Yeah, you still got some debt, so yeah, she crazy.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
This question is for the ladies. Do you find it, or do you find it ever easier to when you're setting boundaries to enforce them with your female friends as opposed to setting those boundaries in relationships? Because has any woman ever been in a relationship with a man and he broke every rule that you had and you let him get away with it? But if your homegirl did something stupid, you were like, I'm done with you. I'm done. I'm just done.
That one went for me. Go ahead, Peanut Butter.
That's some shit.
That was not for me.
I feel like I'm being picked on.
No, I can't. I mean, no, but so, go.
I got you. I've been in both situations. Once again, mind you, I'm learning about boundaries every day. Every day, I'm learning how to enforce them. But in the male situation, but you also got to understand, I've dated females and males. So I'm gonna hit all three of them real quick. The first one would go with the male. I did set up boundaries, but he was doing things that I wasn't used to, like taking me shopping, taking me out to eat, being happy that he's in public with me, right? But it was a lot of things he was doing that was mentally bad for me. But I took that boundary and stepped over it because all of the other stuff was pleasing me. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
And I realized that in the same situation, it's like telling the dog, I love you, hollering at this dog, and this dog backs up, but you tell another dog, I love you. You're saying the same thing, but you're doing it differently, right? So that's how it was with him. Like, I wasn't used to guys buying me things. I wasn't used to them even want to hold my hand in public. I wasn't used to it, and I've been married twice, right? So I moved that boundary of, you know, if you're going to spend the night here, you have to be gone before my kids woke up. I moved that boundary. If we're talking every day and we're together, I expect that there should be no phone calls after 2 a.m. I allow that boundary. And in the same time that I'm doing allowing these two boundaries to be stepped over, my kids are becoming more comfortable with him not knowing whether I'm going to be with this man or not, right? These 2 a.m. phone calls, I'm really trying to figure out who this broad is, because she calls on schedule every ask any questions. But mentally, I was fucked up. That makes sense?
Yep.
I was fucking myself up, and every time he hit the door, I'm like, damn, I wonder if he going to go see blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? So when I actually put those boundaries back in place, things came better, but I had to see that I was hurting myself first. The female, so I was dating 2 females at one time, and I had a boyfriend. And I feel like you're capable of working at a certain time. You'll get your ass up, go to work. I don't care if you're selling coochie, that's your business. I don't give a damn. But you're gonna help me. If you're gonna stay with here and I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna clean, you're gonna help me, right? Well, I took the boundaries down for my younger girlfriend, right? And it caused a rift between the 2 girlfriends. And the house became very unpeaceful. It was not. Oh, Jesus. And to lay between 2 ladies that are pulling you like this, there is no sleep. There is no sleep. So I had to fix that. I had to, hey, you're going to either get a job or you're going to go back to where you were. She didn't want to leave me there with the other girl by myself, so she got a job. So, putting those, I saw, not even knowing, putting that rule back in place or that boundary back in place made it more peaceful for me. Mentally. And you said a friend. This is recent. I didn't want to put the boundary in place because there were babies involved, right? So I was fearful that if I put this boundary in place, I was going to lose my baby. Like, I wasn't going to be able to see her or talk to her. She wasn't going to be able to call me. And thus far, I have been correct thus far. When I set that boundary in place, it became petty because I knew how she was when she let other people go or when someone stopped talking to her. I knew how she was. And I said, well, if she's my true friend, it's going to be different. I was wrong. That allowed me to see that wasn't my true friend when I set that boundary. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. That's why I said earlier, if you're new to setting boundaries or if you're going to set boundaries, be prepared to lose some people. Mm-hmm. Because you've been hanging around these people all your life. You know how these people are. You know how when that other person isn't around, how they talk about it, what they say about them. You can see it, but you in your mind, you're saying, oh, that'll never happen to me. Mm-hmm. Right?
And I guess
be prepared to put some barbed wire around that bitch and don't let the motherfuckers come back because they're going to try.
And I guess that could apply with the men too, right? Yeah, but go ahead.
No. I'm saying go ahead, Nate.
No, and because I found myself one time in a friendship with a female. For the first time, I had to sit her down and have a conversation with her. And really what I was doing was setting a boundary, and I was saying, if we're going to be friends, I got to feel like I'm really sort of a private person, and I'm like, if the intimate details of my life, I got to know that this information is safe. And I got to, there's some things that I need, from this friendship. Well, her response to me was, oh, you're combative. You become combative. And I'm like, because I'm telling you this is what I need. But when I tell you, even after that conversation, when I tell you she like whatever you do, she destroyed the boundary. She had no respect for the boundary. Found out there was no respect for me. I mean, she really did the damn thing. And I was like, I'm done. And I've never talked to her since. But I find that in relationships, you can just break all the rules and the boundaries, with a man, and they got away with it, So that's why I was asking the question. Because I've realized recently that's a pattern in my life of if you're a woman, if we're supposed to be friends, if you cross me, I will drop you in a minute. But if I love your ass, I don't know what you might get away with, that's just the truth. That used to be, my reality, so I'm just, was curious if anybody else, Am I the only one? That's what I was just wondering.
Yeah, I think when you say that, the thing that resonated really tough with me was the fact that sometimes our boundaries are governed according to how we feel about somebody.
Ooh.
Because
Mm.
I was even thinking about some of my homeboys where it's like, man, that's my dog. He did some bullshit, and I really should stop fucking with that dude. But that's my partner, and I got love for him. You see what this my day one. We've been doing that. You know what I'm saying? Blah blah blah. Fuck that. It's 2022. I ain't in that energy no more. What, you cross me? I would have never did you like that. Fuck out of here. You ain't my partner. It took me 20 years to find out that you really ain't my homeboy. You really a fuck boy. You jealous of me type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I felt that in the relationships, and like just not males, but females too. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I had some homeboys that done did some shit and I let them get away with it. But then it happened so much to the point where I'm just like, nah, bro, I can't fuck with you because you're really taking advantage of me as your partner.
Right.
9 times out of 10, and I'm going to say this about my partner, 9 times out of 10, I know that's how he treat women. If he did me like that and I'm his partner, I'm pretty sure every chick that he fucked with, he took advantage of them. I guarantee you he did.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I said. Sometimes our boundaries, that was deep. The boundaries depend on how we, because I done let some females get away with some disrespectful shit because I cared about them and I didn't want to leave and I wanted to stick around. But then you devalue yourself. Period. When you let a mother-fucker, go ahead.
No, don't finish.
Y'all. What?
He was in there.
When you let a motherfucker cross that boundary, you disrespected yourself. Period. I don't care who it is. Period. When you set that boundary and they cross it, it's a wrap.
I agree, but I agree with that in every relationship that you have with your children, your friends, your family, your everybody. If you have a boundary and you let people constantly cross them,
2022.
They lose respect for you and the boundary. You did play yourself.
I ain't fucking with nobody.
Let me ask you this. Calm down. Look, I'm about to go get him a glass of water.
You know I'm passionate. You know I'm passionate. I don't mean no harm. I don't mean no harm. I'm passionate. I don't even be mad.
You're not a fighter, okay?
I'm not a
Look,
fighter.
I'm
I'm
gonna ask you this because I heard y'all saying.
Oh, I said you're gonna respect me though.
But look, I heard y'all saying. I heard all of y'all saying. I'm gonna set these boundaries. I'm not gonna let nobody cross it. But aren't there different boundaries for different types of relationships?
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
You know, your mother can do something that your girlfriend can't.
Damn right.
Your girlfriend can do some stuff that your wife can't.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just saying. We putting these all these boundaries up here, and you better not cross that line. You better not cross that line. But some people can cross that line and lick your hand, and they'll be all right.
Yeah, that's what I said. According to how you feel about the person, or where that person stands with you. You see what I'm saying? One of my boundaries, and I'm gonna share this with y'all. One of the boundaries that my mama crossed, and you know, me and my mama tight. Me and my mama super tight. But one of the boundaries that my mama crossed, my mama would play the broke game. She would play the broke game with me. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to my brother. And I was like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to help mama with this, blah, blah, blah. And my brother, man, I hope she don't see this shit because I am letting the secret out right now. Look, she you know, my brother was like, man, mama got about $11,000 in the bank. I was like, what? Like, stop playing with me. He said, bro, mama got about $11,000. I was so mad. I said, wow. But I never did. I never went to my mama and was like, hey man, I know that you've been playing the broke game and I know that you really got money. I let it go. I let it go. That's my mama. So it's like, well shit, man, fuck it, it's my mom. If she need it, I'm gonna give it to her. But I felt like, damn, she
So
didn't have
what
to play me like
was,
that, though.
what boundary was crossed in that scenario?
I feel like if you really didn't have it, you know what I'm saying, you just be honest. It's honesty. The honesty of like, you got it and you just want some help. I'd help you because I got it. If I got it, you got it. You feel me?
Well,
don't tell. It was
So is
the
the
acting
boundary,
like she did
what are
it.
your boundaries not to lie?
Yes. If you're gonna be, just be open and honest with me and allow me to make the choice.
well,
see what I'm
Mom, let
saying?
me ask you something, because the thing is,
Uh-huh.
where we see a lie, there may be truth. You know, away with that $11,000 was earmarked for something else, or wasn't her money. She was using her account for somebody. This is what I'm saying. The truth is always relevant to the teller. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
maybe she didn't have it.
To her,
And-
$11,000 might be broke.
Well, or it wasn't her. I mean, there's so many different scenarios where that still could be true. She had the $11,000 in her account, and she asked you to borrow $100. And it would have different scenarios where that was her refund for her insurance check, and she had to put it back into the account. Otherwise, her mortgage would, skyrocket. So I'm saying so.
That's my point. My point
Right,
is,
'cause a
my
lot of
point
us
is,
have that same boundary. Don't lie to me. Don't ever
if
lie
that
to me.
was the situation, that's all she had to do was say it. She just could have said, "Hey, I got $11,000, but I need this for this." And
But where's
that's
the
what I'm like,
relevancy
you
in
my
that
like you
question, though?
you
Where's
my
the
mama. You know what I'm
relevancy
saying?
in
Like
that
shit.
question? Where's
Good.
the relevancy in that answer? How many people do you know walk around and say, "Hey, can you give me $10? I got $10. I got $1 in my account, or I got $100 in my account." Do you see what I'm saying? Your brother told you that. He don't know what was. Do you see what I'm saying? It may have been her truth, period. Or she may have gotten it after you gave her the $100. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it. But then also, you have to look at it, in the other perspective. I could have been giving my mama my last, and she had $11,000 that I didn't have. You see what I'm saying? That could have been in the same. That could be in the same token. And just like I'm thinking, my mama really don't got it. Then that was the part that kind of was like, damn. If she, my mama don't got it, I'm gonna give it to you, even if it was my last. Cause I'm the type of person I'll give you my last, because I
Do you
always
think
feel
your
like
mother would take advantage of you?
I
Oh,
questioned
mama,
it.
don't watch the show.
I questioned it.
Your
I
mama don't
did. I
never
questioned it.
before.
I
Okay.
questioned it.
But
I
before
questioned it
that-
when my brother told me that. But I don't really feel like that she would do, because my mama worked for the Federal Reserve Bank of Dallas for years.
Right.
And I actually used to give my mama money to keep. And I didn't feel like my mama would spend my money or something like that. So when my brother told me that, I was kind of like I was like, why would she do that? Like, that's what made me
Right,
feel like,
and
damn,
that's
why would
what
she-
I'm saying.
you know what I'm saying? So I was kind of
you're saying
scratching my head to where I was kind of like, I didn't know how to feel, to be honest. I really didn't. That's why I'm talking about it now. I
okay,
ain't
so
never
that's what
talked to
I'm
nobody
thinking. So
about
let
this
me
shit.
ask you this, because the thing is, so like in a relationship, I'm gonna put this into a
Right.
relationship and out of a mother-son
Mhm.
situation. In a relationship,
Right.
you know your mate to a certain extent, and you trust your mate to a certain extent. We'll put the cheating thing back on there. I know my mate would never cheat on me. Don't ever say ever. That is my motto. Don't never say never.
Agreed.
But if your mate is doing something sketchy, your first intuition should not go to cheating. You see what I'm saying? It's more
Benefit of a doubt.
It should.
right. So, but
Yeah,
what I'm
benefit
saying,
of a doubt.
it was your brother who told you your mama had $11,000. You just gave her some money. But you know your mother. Your mother has proven time and time again that you can trust her, that your trust is solid with her. But because someone else told you something else about the person that you were solid with, do you really trust that person you're solid with?
It made me question. I did in my head. I'm just being honest. When he told me that, I was like, I questioned. I was like, damn, would my mama really do that shit to me? Would she really have
And
money
could
and
you
was getting
answer
my
that
maybe?
question?
You know what I'm saying?
You
Maybe
could,
she.
maybe. So then maybe your mother is shiesty, is what you're saying.
That's what I was like. Hey, man,
But is your
that's
mother
why I
shiesty?
didn't. Nope, she not.
Okay, so this is what I'm trying to get you to understand. People will
But my
come
mama
to
like
you.
money though. She do
Okay,
like money.
but she your mama, and she's established a strong sense of trust with you and money and
Right.
finances. But
Right.
what you did was what most of us will do. We will question the validity of something else that someone else has proven,
Yeah.
their work to us
Yeah.
over something
Yeah.
that someone else has said that they do.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this.
That
I'm saying
happened.
this for the single women because I mean the women in relationships that are not, that are rock solid. I'll put that like that. Rock solid. Don't let your home girl or your home guy come in telling you your man been doing something.
Come on.
Yeah.
Question the questioner before you
Yeah.
question the
Yeah.
person that has established a strong. When I'm saying a person has
Yeah.
established a strong sense of you should trust me,
Right.
but it's something that we do on a regular is to question the person that we should trust the most.
Right.
Go ahead.
It comes with if they haven't showed you or gave you a reason not to trust them, that's why she's saying, let's go talk to the messenger. Let's see what this messenger got this information from.
Right.
Let's do your little
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, how do you know this?
I brought it up because I thought it was funny because I did like
It's
when
a
it
perfect
happened.
scenario.
When it happened, I was kind of like, I never brought it up to my brother and I never brought it up to my mom because I'm the type of person like, I didn't want to be like, oh, well, he told me that you had this and I don't like that shit. I don't. So this is me the first time I ever talked about it publicly. You see what I'm saying?
But
That's what I said because I
did something with you though. That's what I'm saying. The
But
point you
it did.
remember,
It made me question. It made me question.
Right.
It did. And I was like, man, I don't know. Was she? Man, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna leave it alone. That's what in my mind. I was like, I'm gonna get out of that injury. I'm pushing that shit out. If she did, she had her reasons. Whatever. That's still my mama. She birthed me. You know what I'm saying? If she did that to me, cool. As whatever. That's still my mom. I still love her. And then she didn't have to do that. If she did do it like that, she didn't need to. But so that's where I was at with it, where I was like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If she did it, she did it. If she didn't, it's cool. But I'm not gonna question my mom and be like,
and we
now
want to know how your
you
brother
and-
knew yet your mama had $11,000 in her account. So
right.
we want to know.
I don't know how. I think he's seen the he's seen the they were
Statement.
talking and she told him or something like that. You know, so like I said, everybody play the bro game with me because I'm the one with the money in the family. You see what I'm saying? And that's why like a lot of my topics, are kind of like money because I've like been the breadwinner in my family. So when people did need something, 9 times out of 10, they would come and ask me first. But in the flip side, on the times that I wasn't doing good, I couldn't go to some people and ask them because every time I go to them and ask them, they didn't have it. And that shit hurt. That's hard. That's hard to say. Like when I needed my brother or like when I needed my mom or, when I needed my sister, they didn't have it. Knowing that if they had it, they would have gave it to me. But just knowing like, shit, when I need it, like, damn, don't nobody got it. Like, shit, man, that shit hurts, man. It do. I ain't gonna lie, But I don't harbor no resentments or none of that, especially over no money, because I feel like I said, I'll give you my last just because I feel like the Most High said be a cheerful giver. He said give with an open heart and an open hand. So if I give it to you, myself personally, I know that now when I give, it's on you. It's on you. I paid it forward. The Most High is gonna bless me regardless if you give it back to me or not.
That's what I was saying earlier about love.
Now it's on
when
you.
You give with a cheerful heart. No matter if they're telling you I want food and they go buy crack, I mean that's on them.
That's on them. It's not on you anymore. You've released that responsibility in giving and being. And Lord said, be a cheerful giver. I ain't never gave nobody something that was like, hurt.
Oh, I have, child.
I really don't want to give it to you, but you see what I'm saying? You know, but that's what blocks. See, that's a blocking energy when you give like that. So I'm just like, man, you know what? Here, this is my last, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. That's why I said the girl asked for $10 for food. I was like, man, it's fuck you. I ain't talked to you and who knows when, and you texting me what, you know, whoever that nigga that you messing with or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Get him to give you $10. I'll be like that, but in my mind, give it to her. but no, I gave it to. That's what I'm telling you. I gave her the $10. I was just like, it's $10. She said it was for food. I don't even care that she didn't speak to me. Now, if she hit me in another couple of weeks or so and asked for money again, I would be like, bitch, I don't know what you think going on over here. But my boundaries is real strong
right.
for 2022. I gave you
but
a
if
pass.
you're really hungry, I mean, you
really
have to
hungry,
think about what it took for her to even
ask me, knowing that she had talked to me. There you go, Deb. That's the true
she's really
spirit.
Somewhere hungry. You understand?
That's the true spirit. That's the true spirit right there. Because that's what I said. My shadow side was like, shit, bitch.
I mean, I think I would have done the same thing. You know I hadn't heard from you 3-4 years, and you just send me a request. No heads up, no phone call, no nothing.
No phone call, no nothing, Deb. Just I had my Gmail popped up. It popped up in my Gmail, and it said, you know, request from such and such, and I was like, huh? What? Like, I ain't talked to you in who knows when. And then I read it said for food. And that's when my good side was like, man, maybe she hungry, bro. Maybe she didn't have nobody else to ask for it. You know what I'm saying? You know, and everybody is not well off. You in a good position over on $10 ain't gonna make you or break you. Send the girl the $10. She might have been hungry and didn't have nobody else to call.
So do you think it's smart to have boundaries regarding money?
Yes. That's a definite yes for me. For real. Yes. I had one of my cousins just before the end of February, it was around January, and she called me and asked me for $250. And I immediately set my boundaries. So I said, look here, I'm going to tell you what Ovon is doing this year. What Ovon is doing, if I give you my money, I'm going to need my money back. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to need that back. You see what I'm saying? And if you say you going to give it back to me and you don't, you'll never be able to come back and ask me again. So I just gave you $250. I just paid you to not ask me for no money.
Yeah, you best pay me back.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why I said, and you're going to need me again. So if you want to keep being able to come to me and I can help you, you see what I'm saying? You got to pay me back, because the minute you burn me and don't pay me back, you can't never come and ask me again, just period. And I don't mind that at all. I lose $250 to get your broke ass not to be asking me for shit all the time. You see what I'm saying?
What about if you're in a serious relationship? Is there money boundaries?
That's kind of where I was going with it, because it's like, what is your boundary? So, okay, say you don't know it, but you've met the love of your life, right? Mm-hmm. And one of your boundaries is, I don't give men I date money, right?
Yeah.
So you meet a man and he needs to borrow some money. And the moment he asks you, you are immediately turned off.
Now wait, let's put this in context. This man done wined and dined you, gave you money, bought you that Birkin. He said, hey babe, I'm a little short, can you give me $100?
Now you're supposed to give him the money. Now if he's wined and dined you and giving you a Birkin, you're supposed to give him some money. But what I'm saying is, my scenario is that big. I'm saying you're a single woman, and one of your rules is, I don't get no money. And this man is good. He's a good dude, but his money's not right.
That is one of my rules. That's a boundary I set up that can be, the gate can be open. I'm going to tell you why. If I see that every time we decide to do something, and I'm saying we decide to do something together or go out or whatever, and I see every time we get ready to pay for it, you grab the check and you're paying for it, I'm gonna show you how appreciative I am. I'm gonna take you out. I'm
Well,
gonna buy you things.
I think her question is he ain't never done nothing for you, but he's just a really good man.
No. Only reason why I'm saying no, because love, you're quick to say, you know, you might meet a man and he might end up being the love of your life,
I
but
think
he may
you're
not
prejudging
financially
me, boo.
be. Huh?
I think you're prejudging me.
No, that's not a prejudgment. These are statements you made, and what I'm saying is, what if you don't know it yet, but you met a man, and he's the one. God has sent him down here for you, but his money is not the way that you have seen it being in your mind.
You make more money than he do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about it.
The love of your life is broke, or he don't make as much money as you, and he asks you to borrow some money, and that's one of your rules.
Now, look, I'm gonna put it like this. First of all, I need to put it in context, because you do have scam artists, and they'll be the love of your life, and all they waiting on to do is get you for everything you worth. Oh man, I got this amazing idea. I just need $20,000. I just need you to spot me $20,000. You believe in my dream, babe. You believe in my dream, right? And then once you give it to him, he gone. So yeah, I do say boundaries. But I'll say this. If this man has proven his worth and he is showing you that he's a good man, he's doing the things that a man does to take care of a woman, then no, there is no boundary. You know, what's mine is your mine, and what's yours is yours. What's mine is yours. What's yours is mine. It's a fair situation. Look, I was talking about my situation, but don't be talking about that. But yeah,
I want to put this into context. My ex that made more money than me. I needed money for my car note. My car note was like $600. You see what I'm saying? So what she did, she went and took out a $2,000 loan, right? And she gave me the $600. And her requirement, even though we was in a relationship, her requirement was for me to pay her money back. And I did. I scraped up the little bread, you know what I'm saying, to pay her back her money. Why, after we broke up, she said she was going to take me to court and make me pay back the whole $2,000.
Hell,
that was revenge. That's revenge. She's mad.
That's what I said, man. I done been through, you know, men go through some shit too, man. I done been through some bullshit, man. Cause I was like, how she gonna make me? I had already paid her the $600 back. She tried to make me pay the whole $2,000 back and was threatening to take me to court for it. You know what I'm saying? I was wow.
The same question go to you, but just different. If you in a good status, successful status right now, right? So what if you get with a woman who ain't got all her shit together, so to speak, and she has to borrow some money so she can go get her hair done because y'all got an event to go to? How would you look at that? Would you set up a boundary with money for her?
No, because if I care about you like that, I'll do anything for you.
So
if I care about you like that. You know what I'm saying? And she even was like, why do you do so much? Why do you do so much? And I was like, you know what? I always wanted to be in a position where I could just spoil and do everything for my woman, because I was in a position where I couldn't, and I got treated like I wasn't shit. And I'm gonna tell you, the one thing, it was crazy that my ex had texted me, and I was thinking about this one time we had moved and we had got into a bigger house, and we had went to Conn's to get some more furniture. And because she made more money, she got the big ass L-shaped couch, and we got a big ass, I think it was like a 70-inch TV or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And so I was feeling like, damn, she went and got us a new couch and a TV or whatever. And I took my last. I was like, you know what? I want to get us a new bedroom suit. You know what I'm saying? A California king size bedroom suit. I spent my last to get that bedroom suit. We was leaving Cons and was in the drive-thru. This chick looked at me and said, you know, if we ever break up, I'm taking the bedroom set. I can't make this shit up. She said that to me, and I couldn't even, I was just like, I was sick to my stomach. I just was like, damn, man, I just spent my last for us to have and I felt like I was trying to do something to show her, like, even though I ain't got it like you got it, I'm still trying to do something to provide for us and help us. And for her to say, whenever we break up, I'm taking a bedroom set. And I just was like, I was fucking deflated. I ain't gonna lie. I was fucking deflated.
Are you gonna keep being like that though? Are you gonna keep doing it like it doesn't matter if the woman's showing her heart is to you, you're still gonna be like quick to spin?
No. If I'm not,
We would have had an argument right there.
And see, that was the thing. I couldn't even. She was just like, I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have said that. And even the kids was like, damn, mom, why would you say that shit? You know, and that's the reason why I didn't argue with her, because the kids was in the car. And that's how I am. It's like, I just shut up. I couldn't even say nothing. I'm just like, I wouldn't even look at her. I was like looking out the window and shit.
But that's not a boundary. That's what is that?
That's fucking abuse. That's what it is. It's abuse. Shit, it's fucking abuse. It is. It's fucking abuse. It's mental abuse. Like,
well,
bro.
Abuse is
like,
a verbal boundary.
But I love you. Like, shit, I'm broke, but I love you. Like, I love you to fucking death. If I could give you the world, I would. But you gonna treat me like shit? Come on, man. That shit's fucked up, man. For a man to want to give his woman everything, or want to give his kids everything, and get made. I'd have been made to feel like I wasn't shit because I couldn't provide. You know, and it's not my fault.
Ovan is single. You know, I think for some of us, it's rare to hear that a man wants to give and provide. So just put that out there.
I was fucked up about that.
I'll say the fact that it still affects you now, you may want to do some work. You got to do some work. You need to do some work on that. Work. You got to put in some work.
Why do you think
that's a part of that wall? Remember, we was just talking about that wall, the invisible wall. We put up the things that contribute to those walls. Yeah.
I just want reciprocation. That's all I want. You know what I'm saying? That's all
I want.
I just want
you know what?
reciprocation.
And I don't know necessarily if you need therapy, Ovan, but what I do understand. But what I do understand is wanting reciprocity, and it in your mind it being such a simple thing, and it's like, why? I get that. I only want a little bit.
Fuck. That's okay, and that's what I said.
It's not hard.
But the thing is, though, the things that trigger you, the things that keep you triggered, are those small things. It ain't the big. Oh, well, yeah, sometimes it's the huge ones, but it's the small things that add to that wall. A wall is a brick at a time. It's a brick at a time. And it sounds like, Ovan, you're passionate about a whole lot of stuff, but passion and hurt sound different. That's all.
It fucked me up. I'm telling you, it fucked me up, and I'm being transparent when I say that. So I'm not speaking from a place where I'm still hurt, because I'm not. Because I started back talking to her on a friend level. You see what I'm saying? But that I said I was just thinking. But I would never be in a relationship with her because I don't feel the same anymore about her. You see what I'm saying? Because of a lot of the shit that she did to me, I'm just like, nah, I'm not gonna never revisit you, because when I did it, and I'm telling y'all where the place where I was coming from, because she got the TV and the couch and all of that shit, I felt like in reciprocation, I wanted to get us a bedroom suit, even if I spent my last, and I got treated like I was shit. I think when you give and you got it, you know, yeah. I think when you have less and you make and you make a sacrifice like that, I think it maybe means a little bit more, because I might give you $100 but I have $100,000 in my account. That ain't nothing. But if I give you $10 and it's my last $10, then that's a different thing. And I think that's where Ovan is coming from. But Ovan is a man,
And you know
Yes.
how men are. You know,
his feelings are just as valid as women. So don't make a differentiation.
No. I'm saying Oban is a man, and sometimes
Personal
they want to. You want to be the protector and the provider, like he's saying. And this woman was in a financial situation where she could do more, but as a man, he still wanted to make his contribution. That's
Right.
what I'm saying.
And when
Am I
he
right,
made
Oban?
contribution,
Yeah, that's
he
correct.
was slapped in the face with it, basically.
Right. And
So
on
how
top
does that
of
look in your future?
on top of being made to feel, like I said, she made me feel like a peon. She was constantly doing shit to downtrod me
Don't get
instead
mad
of
at me.
lifting me. Go ahead.
Don't get mad at me, Oban. Let me ask you a
Okay.
question. Did she make you feel like a peon, or did you feel like a peon?
I felt like a peon because I didn't know my self-worth yet. So I blame myself for not having those boundaries and allowing myself to be treated like that. You feel me?
Because I had an issue with a man recently, and he said, "Don't talk to me like I'm small." I said, "I've never talked to you like you small. Now, if you feel small, that's your issue. You got to deal with that."
I get what you're saying. I think what you're saying, because it's sort of like, well, with yours, it's not about what you say, it's about how you say it type situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because there's a way to speak to a man and devalue him. It is
right.
Yes,
it's
a way
to
that women. It's a way some women can speak to a man to devalue him. There is. There's a specific way.
That is true in anyone.
Yeah.
So
I know,
and that should be a boundary.
I know the devalue talk.
The thing is,
you don't deal with people who make you feel less, who speak down to you and make you feel less than.
Just period.
Right.
Wait, hold on. The thing is, though, that it was like what you was trying to get at is, was it that she did it to you, or is it you took it and it made you feel a certain way? Because some people have hard skin, and that's their relationship is, I'm gonna bounce one off you, gonna bounce one off me. This is the way we do. But at that moment, you knew that was your last, and it hurt you because you knew it was your last. You're trying to do the most to prove that you the man of the household, and you felt it was disrespect. Maybe she didn't mean it in a disrespectful manner, but that's how you took it, because she didn't see the sacrifice you made to provide it.
There you go.
So,
but it was disrespectful too, to just, because she even said, after she said it, maybe I shouldn't have said that. And I was like, no, you shouldn't have said that. Like that.
Whole bunch of other stuff.
Like that. That was a fucked up thing to say.
Time?
Like, no, it's been other times. That's why I said it's been other times where shit was said to me, to where it's
like, wall consisted of a whole bunch of other stuff that she said,
like,
until it got breaking block in that wall.
Yes. And I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, I can't take no more. Like, I can't take no more. You already know I make less than you, and I done sacrifice, but I'm still hanging in there trying to show this girl how much I love her. And that shit, no, you can't, how long will you take the abuse? The dude make more money than you. You see what I'm saying? But he treats you and talk to you like you ain't shit. How long you gonna stay around, woman? How long you gonna stay around that dude? How long you gonna let that dude treat you and talk to you like that? You know what I'm saying?
But wait a minute, I have a client that's in this same scenario, and I have to break down what is said and what's perceived, because he talked to me like a dog, he talked to me like shit. He asked me how much money I had. Okay, and then what happened? It's not about. It's about how you perceive what is said. She was coming from a place where, she had came into a little bit of money, and she didn't want to share, and that was a her issue. It was not his issue. It's like he never asked me for no money before, and then he started asking me how much money did I have, and now he's thinking, okay, wait a minute. Let's revisit this. You was broke. When you was broke, this man loved you through it, gave you money, did all of these things for you, came through for you. Now you come into a little bit of money, you got your butt on your shoulders. At that point, it's a check yourself, boo. You know what I'm saying? It's not them, it's you situation. So you really have to look at a situation. If the verbal abuse is something that your best friend can ask you and you not take offense to it, but because it is your mate asking you, you're now in this defensive posture where you're saying, hey, you know, what you asking me where I been? Why you asking me how much money I got? And that's verbal abuse? No. So I'm saying if it's not something that can be taken out of context, where it's not you as a fat hole, you ugly, I don't need your. You have to really take into context what is the real issue. I mean, I had to.
Okay, so I have a question. Then. What mentality do you think the mind frame was when she says to me, I mean, just out of the blue, so randomly say, after I just spent my last to get us a bedroom, I don't think she knew that I spent my last. She didn't know that I spent the last of my money to get that bedroom set. What was her mind frame for saying just out of the blue, if we ever break up, I'm taking the bedroom set with me? Because I didn't understand that.
You were going to break up with her and she was taking mental stock, mental inventory. Because the thing is that intuition, that premonition of things that are to come, they are preceded by other things. They're preceded by other acts.
You know, there are other things sleeping in my bed.
There's other things that have factored into, you know, the relationship. Yes, you're trying to prove your love, whatever. But the things that happened before you got to that point, where it was already something that's implanted in her head that's thinking, he gonna leave me. He don't love me. So let me protect myself. Let me take mental stock of what's mine, what's his. And let me claim what's mine. Let me start labeling.
But my thinking is, okay, well, shit, I just bought the bed. So if we do break up, I'm taking my shit and you keeping your shit that you bought.
But wait a minute, hold up. Let me pause you because the thing is, that was your thought. This was already a doomed relationship because both of y'all were trying to put CPR on a relationship that was already doomed because the both of you are mentally preparing for separation. I'll tell you this, when me and my husband go buy something, it's ours. There is no preparation for division of property.
That's what I said. I understand that, and I'm telling you, that was my perspective to say, like, I was in it to say, okay, well, you bought this, so let me buy this for us. You see what I'm saying? And she immediately separated it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, I was doing this for us because she did something. Like I said, I'm a reciprocal type of person. I was like, well, damn, since you got us, to TV and stuff like that, let's go back to Cons and I can get us a bedroom suite so we can have a nice bedroom suite too. Because those are the two places that we spend the most time, in the bedroom and in the living room on the couch. You get what I'm saying? So we wanted to have fresh shit. So for her to create that statement, it did create the division to say, damn, like, are you really in this with me? Or do you have plans? Because, it was one of those situations to where it was always, have you ever seen or discussed the relationship of a person who was always use the phrase, I'm done? I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. She was one of those kind of chicks where she was like, I'm done. I'm done. And I'm just like, why do you do that? Like, if you're going to be done, be done. I'm not the type of person that's going to be like, I'm done. Because if I say I'm done, I'm fucking done. You see what I'm saying? I don't just throw that around. So,
and guess what? Guess what that is? That's her needing to do work. But if you're in a relationship with a
Yeah.
person that you really know already has to do some work, you
Yeah.
have to find patience with them and question
And
the
that's what
the act.
I was trying to, and that's why I said I stayed and I did, and I feel like to my own detriment, not that I'm hurt or anything like that. I feel like to my own detriment, I have been the type of male to say, I know everybody's not perfect. I know that people has flaws, and I try to stick around. And I did. I stuck around as long as I could to say, you know what I'm saying? We both need work. I went to counseling. We went to counseling together and everything. And as soon as and this was stuff that I was already telling her, but as soon as the counselor started telling her about her insecurities and stuff like that, oh, she didn't want to do it.
Mhm.
She wanted to go to somebody else. That's when
Well,
I was
guess
like,
what?
oh, no.
But guess what? A hurt dog
Uh-huh.
don't want to be hurt in front of everybody else. Go man up. But
That's
when
why I
you
said
have
I
to
couldn't,
do your
you know.
work, you have to do your own
I'm
work.
gonna take accountability for my
Absolutely.
actions.
I mean, I
I'ma
was in
do
a
that. I'm
situation
grown.
too when I was in counseling, and I think they thought that it was just going to be a slaughter fest on me.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
found out real quick it wasn't all about
And
me.
that's
And
yeah,
I
and
told,
then
and
people
I
bail.
honestly, I think that's why counseling is great, because a friend of mine just recently went to counseling because his spouse said she wanted a divorce. I said, "Oh, go," because she thinks you're the problem.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
a great therapist does. Is
Yes. They
You
give
know.
you both. They give you both.
I mean, everybody
I
gets a
learned a
turn
lot.
when you're in therapy, because everybody,
yes.
we're all flawed.
Everybody gonna get it.
Yeah,
Everybody
you
gonna
know.
get it.
Yes.
Because
So-
we're
And
not
I
perfect.
learned a lot. I learned a
Yeah.
lot about myself.
Yeah, because
learned
I kept
about
going. I mean, he
real.
went one time, it was done
Yeah.
after that. But
Right.
but I kept going.
Okay.
Yeah. I did too. That's why I said I'm not prone to that. You see what I'm saying? I'm not one of them dudes to be like, oh no, I ain't going to go talk to no therapist. Like, no, let's go. Come on, let's go. Because I'm ready for him to point that shit out that I've been saying, that you ain't been listening to me because you don't see the flaws in yourself because you just so perfect. And you see what I'm saying? So soon as that counselor starts saying the same shit that I had been saying, oh yeah, you don't want to go now? You want to go find another counselor? No,
But
come on, man. That ain't fair. That's not fair.
Sometimes there comes a time in life where you do have to sit down with yourself and face
With yourself.
Yourself.
your things. Well, whatever they are.
Hey,
And if it was easy,
and
everybody would do it. You know what I mean?
everybody would do it.
But it's
Exactly.
but it's not easy. And then sometimes, especially if this is what you've done all your life, you don't even realize.
You don't
You
even
know what I
realize
mean? Because
it.
you've
Some
just
people-
been
some
guarded
people
for
don't.
so long that you don't even realize this is who I've become.
Right.
And that's
Right.
and that's what it was. That's why I appreciate, a couple of years back, she actually did come to me and was like, "Oh, Vaughn, like I said and did some fucked up shit to you, and you know what I'm saying, I'm sorry, I apologize, you know what I'm saying, blah, blah, blah." And she came back to me because she knows she lost a good guy. She did. She knows she lost a good guy. Because I was there through all of the bullshit. I didn't just bail immediately, because that's usually what happens. And that's why people bounce from relationship to relationship. Oh, you act like my ex, or oh, you saying you doing some same shit that my ex doing, so I'm finna go. You finna be just like them. No, I didn't do that. I've been sticking around these females and just trying to work with them, and you know what I'm saying, go through the shit with them, and it just, you know what I'm
But
saying.
y'all
It's
pray
just-
for us single people, because we all haven't been fortunate
Yes.
to be married for many years like Miss Love here.
Thank you. Yes,
But
for real,
because
for real.
people are playing out here in these streets, and then
They out here
really
playing.
what I think it is that a lot of us are walking around here with so many wounds. We all deal with something.
Traumatized.
Everybody
A lot of
has
people with trauma.
Everybody.
Some
I
kind
don't
of
care
trauma.
who you are. There's some battle you're facing.
Right.
Some
Even
kind
if
of
it's
trauma.
not with yourself, it may be somebody that you love that's around you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
But I think people play. I think so many people are wounded and they just sweep it under the rug and they don't deal with it, and they just walking around here bleeding all over every damn body and everything.
Right.
Hurt
You don't
people.
communicate.
Hurt people.
People lie. They're not honest. Everybody playing games.
Mhm.
Men think they're supposed to screw every damn thing, or they don't want to work, or it's just, or the woman's too masculine, or it's just something. But I think at the end of the day, I mean, we're talking about boundaries today, and so it's like if you love yourself, And if you know you have a healthy relationship with yourself in balance, then you
Yes.
will create healthy boundaries, and you
Yes.
won't.
You'll
And it
attract
might be difficult, but you will enforce those boundaries for
Yeah.
your protection, like Love's cousin
On
said.
that note, that is a
On that note.
closing
On that note.
our
Yeah.
show. Thank you, Miss Deb, for that closing, because there is nothing else to be said. This is Love's Passion Talk. We are signing out. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and post. Till next Sunday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. This has been Love's Passion Chat. Oh, go ahead.
And hey, DJ James Dark Knight, I saw your hello in the comments. Hello.
Oh yeah, we
Good
so
night.
I said I was trying to get in, then I was like, oh, I got off top. We got them. It's just, but I said hey to them in the chat. So hey, DJ Dark Knight, we love you. All right, thank you
y'all,
guys
everybody.
for tuning in. Love you.